Hey girl, hey. So it is Dr. Tasha and I am back with Monday Medical Moment. I'm late, but I got a good excuse. So what I'm doing is traveling, and I'm traveling to do a thing, and I'm gonna let y'all in on this thing when it's done. Hopefully it turns out to be popping, because if it ain't popping, I ain't finna let y'all know. But hopefully it'll be popping, and then you'll be able to see the whole thing and go, I'm gonna take you through there, okay? But I've been traveling all day and I'm freaking exhausted. I got my PJs on. But I wanted to bring y'all the Monday Medical Moment. Now, a couple of things. Y'all have heard me. If you're new here, welcome, get comfortable, sit down, grab a glass of wine, some popcorn, because the vibes are vibing here. Okay, so you need to go ahead and subscribe. Stop the video right now and like it, hype it. Okay, so it'll come up on your algorithm and it affects the algorithm. So make sure y'all are doing that. Now, most importantly, if you are not new here, you've heard me say that vaginal probiotics is some booze. You heard me say it before. And, it's so funny. People come into my office and I'm like, well, what are you taking? Oh, I'm not on any medication. Okay, what supplements are you taking? And then vaginal probiotics always come out. And I don't fault you guys, because you're doing all the things that you think you could or need to do to have a healthy vagina, right? But and people sell you this stuff. Oh, this is gonna, and what they do is they put together 1 + 1 and they come up with 3. They sell it to you. They make it sound like a great idea. But let me explain to you. Let me help you understand probiotics, okay? And your gut, and probiotics and your gut, and then how they're trying to relate that, because in some ways it can, but let's get jiggy with it and how they relate it to the cooch parts. All right, so here's this. Let me be clear that your gut health is essential to your entire body health, your whole health, your everything, okay? It is your gut health. If you do not have good gut health, okay, you are emitting toxins, inflammation, your immune system is crap. If you do not have good gut health, you cannot have good overall health. Okay, so let's talk about how you get good gut health. First and foremost, what goes in is an effect of what comes out. So always we're going to say healthy diet, and healthy with respect of, staying away from processed foods, refined foods, staying away from a lot of carbs, and also making sure you're getting in a good amount of fiber. Fiber is what helps you go. It passes everything along. It's one of the things anyway. It gets all the stuff going. Just, you need that in your life, okay? Fiber. That's fruits, that's vegetables. Some of y'all lazy with the fruits and vegetables and y'all just want to go ahead and jump the Metamucil, okay? But if that's your jam, that's your jam. Again, we don't judge over here, but let's be clear. So also, and most importantly, when it comes to gut health and fiber, you have to take in water. Okay, I don't understand why y'all don't like water. Like, you grown, you real grown. You don't like it? Put some lemons in it, put some oranges in it, put some mint in it. Like, put a couple of drops of crystallite in it. Do what you gotta do, but you gotta get it in. Why? Because you have small intestines, you have large intestines. Small intestines breaks all your food down, blah, 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 blah. The large intestines, it pulls water from your system to go into your bowels so that you can have bowel movement. If you ain't got no water in your system, what are you not going to be able to do? Bingo, bowel movements. You're constipated. You can't get it out. You're bloated. The toxins are sitting there. As they sit there, they eat at the lining of your colon. That's how we develop cancers and inflammation and all types of things that we do not want any parts of. So it starts with food, healthy foods, making sure you're getting fiber-rich foods, and drinking water, plenty of it. I usually recommend to my patients 80 ounces a day, but you do this with yourself. Okay? Now, if you are my patient, like I said, 80 ounces of water. If you're not my patient, we ain't got to grapple over it. Do you? Okay? Eat the meat and throw away the bones. That's how that goes. So water and diet are the most important things. Another important thing when it comes to your gut health It's physical activity. And it sounds like a broken record. Like, you keep saying the same things are good for this and good for that and good for that. Guess what? They are. They are. Those things are good for all the things. When you walk, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. When we have surgery, we get you up 6 to 8 hours after surgery to get to moving, to get to walking. Wow, it stimulates the colon. When you walk, you go for a long walk. You got to go to the bathroom when you come home, don't you? Yes. So if you stimulate that colon by walking, moving, it will get things rolling and pushing. Okay, that's that. And you say, well, why do probiotics help? Why is it? Where the vaginal? They scamming y'all first and foremost. But what happens with probiotics is that just like anywhere else, just like environments and all the bodies, just like we talk about the vaginal environments and the microbiome and all the different things that you've heard and people bastardize to get your money, because I'm sure they're charging y'all about $50, $60 a bottle for these probiotics, these vaginal probiotics, which are nothing more than regular probiotics. Let me be clear. I am a lover and a fan of regular probiotics, prebiotics, peribiotics. Child, they done put so many P's in front of these biotics, baby, to try and sell you different bottles at different times for different reasons. Child, yes. So I'm a fan of whatever you want to call it, any biotics that we need for the gut. I'm a fan of. What you don't understand is 80% of the immune system lives in the gut. So if you have poor gut health, and if your gut is not doing well, then obviously your immune system is going to be negatively affected. If the immune system is negatively affected, then obviously we're going to have issues with just being able to fight off certain things. When we deal with the immune system, it is not with respect to your vaginitis and your yeast and all that stuff. The immune system is with respect to things like herpes and HPV, because your immune system is what is going to control the viruses in your body. Okay. So when you're noticing like, hey, I'm having more outbreaks. Hey, my PAP has now gone from a low grade to an ascus to a high grade or whatever. It is your immune system that we have to always focus on. I am big on that. So the connection between your gut health is that your overall body, you see these people that constipated, big stomachs, they bloated, they not going to the bath. Baby, you need a colonic first and foremost. And once you get a colonic and clean all that stuff out, go over them people's house and ask them about a colonoscopy, okay? Because you need that too. Now, people say, well, I do Cologuard. Listen, let me talk to you about Cologuard. I ain't got no problems with the Cologuard. Shout out to the Cologuard company. There's an audience for everything, right? So I'm not saying that, but let me help you understand Cologuard. Cologuard is something that's going to look for cancer DNA in your stool, right? And it could be like blood, cancer DNA, whatever it is it's looking for. But that is once you have already developed the cancer. Like you have colon cancer if Cologuard picks it up, right? So it's like, I want to say it's like 90% accurate at picking up colon cancer, right? Okay, that's cute. A colonoscopy picks up precancerous polyps. So don't you want to get something before it gets to the cancerous stage while it's still at the precancerous stage? So I'm not one for substituting a colonoscopy for Cologuard. So don't even ask, because no ma'am. No. Now, if you're somebody, you don't have any insurance, you can't get a colonoscopy. It is just out of your reach to do. There may be other reasons why. Okay, well, Cologuard is better than nothing, but when it comes to picking up precancerous cells, it's only 44% effective. Whereas a colonoscopy, obviously, it sees a polyp, it plucks off a polyp, it does what it needs to do, and it removes that precancerous cell. So you get the difference. So people are always thinking, oh, I can just, and it's just disgusting anyway, oh, I could just smear this poop on a card and send it in, and I'm good. I ain't got it. First of all, I don't know why people are so afraid. Y'all do know this is a sedated procedure. You do know they sedate you. Like, you're not under general anesthesia, but they sedate you. I went and I had to get an EGD. I had something going on in my throat, and I was just like, take a look. And I went and got an EGD. It's a sedated procedure. I woke up in recovery. I said, let me explain something to y'all. I got to go to work tomorrow. Y'all had me come down here at 7-something o'clock in the morning. Okay, it is now 1:30, and I'm still sitting here. They were like, we were waiting for you to wake up. Your ride is here. You're done. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So it's like for real. Like, you don't feel anything. You don't know they did anything. The scope is not all big and massive where you're gonna be pooping on yourself afterwards. No, it's a small, itty bitty little thing. So don't be afraid of it. It is a screening, okay? And screenings, the job of a screening is a cancer prevention, not a diagnosis, a prevention. Okay, so that is always our goal. But like I said, when you have gut health, you have overall health. So that is what I want you guys to be understanding. But as far as a vaginal probiotic, no, we can do a probiotic that is going to affect our gut, that is going to help balance the bacteria in our gut, which is going to help us have regular bowel movements, remove the toxins, decrease the inflammation, strengthen our immune system. And thereby, if we don't have inflammation in our colon, then that decreases our risk of having inflammation in the vagina. Does that make sense? Because it's kind of like when you have inflammation somewhere, you have inflammation everywhere. Does that make sense? Good. So the overall point is get a healthy colon. And all other things fall into place. Heart health, your skin looks better, your energy is higher, your metabolism speeds up. Everything is just all around better, even your vaginal health. But don't let these folk get you out here. Oh, this is a vaginal probiotic. Child. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So just wanted to make sure you guys knew that and how to make the connection, because if I hear another person spending $60 on a vaginal probiotic, which ain't nothing more than a gut probiotic with a different label, I'm going to scream. I'm just saying, it's just me. So I hope this helps somebody. Any questions, don't go too far about your personal business in the comments, but any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments. And I hope you all were able to get something from this and you learned something from Monday Medical Moment. And we will see you for Podcast Thursday.